A DMV. Today is a special day. It is a blessing to finally see this day. It is an awesome day to be here with the one and only, my good man, my good co-owner, my good brother, and the man that been rocking with me ever since we've been starting this. Give it up to my man, Dame Langston. How you doing, my guy? How you doing? You like that intro? You like that? You like that? Yeah, you like it. You like it.
We good. So, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Dame. We back up in this thing.
Oh yeah. No, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Episode 38.
Got sanitizer.
Yeah.
Sanitizer.
Hey, I texted my boy before I got here, making sure I stay clean, you know what I'm saying? Making sure I come in here with nothing. We good, man.
We got the Clorox wipes. We got the Lysol.
You got some bleach in
we COVID-19 approved.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, we staying safe. We're making sure, hopefully everybody that's out there is staying safe. We're going through some troubling time. We're going through some times where it's difficult, but we staying strong, keeping our head up, and making sure we maintain it. So, first of all, I just wanted to tell you congratulations on your second baby that's coming on the way. I just want to tell you that again.
Thank you.
I wanted to also tell you I really love episode 38, 83 miles per hour. It's actually crazy because we coming on to this topic and we about to rap some crazy intro on what we about to talk about that's relating to the episode. You know, that 83 miles per hour, you put some funk into that, and I gotta add along.
When I come back, when I hit the solid, I can't go soft. I gotta go all the way. You know what I mean?
Hey man, you shouldn't hold back from anything. Anything you gotta explain about, man, you can express it on the District Live. You already know we're gonna dish out to our folks. But let's go ahead and just
alright. Death. Topic number 1.
Man, go ahead, man. Go ahead, lead the way.
What's up with your boy Rivera, man?
Your boy Ron Rivera. Oh man, I like him. I mean,
I like him too.
I like his attitude when he came into the whole environment, to the whole establishment where we were previously, the Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
I did admire how his attitude was when he wanted to change the culture. Didn't want nothing negative. Didn't want pieces or players that was just hanging on to it. That was things is just Ron. You got certain food in the fridge or that vegetable that you got that's out that you want to just throw away. He was that guy that used to really clean it up, and I really commended him when he was doing that. The thing is, going through the season, it's just really a bit off though.
It is a bit off. The first, what are we in? Week 5 now? So the first 4 weeks, first of all, week 1 was incredible. The way they pulled that out, defense, and the way they came back from down 17. It was great. It was nice to see. It finally gave you that hope that we've been missing for a long time. And it's okay, we finally got this. We got this going. That's cool, whatever.
Right.
Then week 2 came, and Kyler happened. Then week 3 came, and
that was a mess.
That one was a mess.
Week 4 came.
Week 4 came, and if you had any expectations of winning that game, week 4,
boy, you missing it.
We need to have a talk.
Right. But as far as with the offense though, I mean, we was looking at everything from week 1. We was looking at how everything was just shaping out, how everything was just playing out as far as with the running game, the pass, and just how the expectations was from Haskins.
Yeah.
With Haskins alone, I feel like he has a lot of learning curves that he has to gain. He has a lot of sets where he need to proceed for him to be a real successful quarterback. You know, besides playing for Washington. I mean,
not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to sit up here and pretend like I'm okay. Right. Because I'm still kind of hot about this situation of benching him.
I know you is.
And because that's my guy. Like, I run through a wall for Dwayne, like right now.
Yeah, I know. So, I seen you last year. We had an episode when you and Kaiser, y'all went crazy when they traded
the draft party.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they traded back.
Bro, when we I just know I'll run through a wall for Dwayne. But I'll say this, I can't be bullheaded, I can't be stubborn, I gotta look at things from both sides.
I don't wanna look at this at any other type of way. I don't wanna like view this at any type of like standpoint where it's just involved with stereotype.
Yeah, no, that's
but
not
as I know, but as we like look back in this franchise, at least when I've been alive for my 25 years, I witnessed at least 3 starting black quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying, that I witnessed in this franchise. Yeah. And unfortunately
4.
Well, as in like franchise quarterbacks.
Okay.
3. I know the 4th one.
So which 3 are you counting? Hold on.
Jason Campbell.
Okay.
RG
and okay.
All right, bro. I know the 4th one, bro. John Johnson.
Johnson. Oh no. I'm talking about McNabb.
Oh yeah, McNabb.
Yeah. I mean, he got to us anyway. That's not really. I know. Look.
I
see what you're going for, so I won't count that.
Him as a quarterback, like. He was like one of my favorite to watch when he was with the Eagles.
Yeah. But when he got to us,
come on, bro, like
it won't go.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna consider.
Yeah, I got you.
Shout out to D McNabb, but look, bro, Jason Campbell, and I'm saying these 3 quarterbacks on loan just because they're young. Yeah. Like when they started their careers, they all went into the same steps, and I'm not gonna like. Keep counting like the stereotype, but it's like the same routines that they started. With trouble with the team, trouble with the offense, trouble with the coordinators. Changing the system. I mean, let's look back on the timetable with Haskins. He'd already been through 3 coordinators, technically.
Yeah, technically speaking.
You know.
And I also feel a way about that because I feel as though Kevin O'Connell should have stayed the offensive coordinator.
Of course.
Because at the end of the year, I don't know what clicked, what happened. I don't know what the game plan really was. But at the end of the year with Haskins, he started throwing darts and touchdowns and putting stuff together. And it was just like, okay, we got Ron. And then he brought Scott Turner.
Which is fine.
But that made... Ron is a great coach for us and everything that he's done. But I feel as though if he had one flaw, that might be that one flaw is carrying over every single thing that was in Carolina, carrying it all over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the expectations is really premature.
That like I've been saying it every week. That first game, the way we won it, it spoiled us. Everyone knew that this was supposed to be a building year and not to have any expectations. After week 1, everybody just started going.
I know we in the middle of a show, but that is a big coincidence when we used to really like go back and forth, talk about it.
I still feel the same. I still hold the same position.
This is live. It's been a real minute since me and Dame been on this pod. We've been having our battles.
Yeah.
I know. I love you to death, but we
talking about it.
We might as well go at it. Okay.
Might as well.
My expectations for the team, and we're gonna get into like the next little sequel and this topic. We used to talk about the preview of how this team is gonna look. I generally said this team is a 5-11, 6-10. That's a 7-9. Nothing that I'm ashamed of, but something that I'm just really
looking for progress.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really expecting the wins to rise. I'm expecting the level of competitiveness, the better of play, the progression that they're making. And then when I see that, it's like, okay, you're feeling confident. Next year, it's like, okay, see the moves that they made, see the cap space that they had, the draft picks that they made. Yep. Then it's like, okay, yeah, we can really go for it. Even for this year, like, looking at how the division is shaping out, it's really like an open race. And I get where Ron Rivera is trying to make this move as far as like he's trying to compete. But let's be for real, bro. Be for real.
Be for real.
What are we really contending for? And this state of the franchise, as we are, as a roster, from top to bottom, what are we really contending for? I mean, yeah, we can win it, but how is that going to really have us, have us progress to where we really have to go?
Right.
You know, I mean, I just don't feel like we're in any type of shape or form to actually compete.
So no matter who the quarterback is, you still holding that stance?
For the season.
For the season.
Yeah, right. For this season.
No matter who the quarterback is, no matter if it's Kyle, Dwayne, or Alex, we have no chance of contending.
Yes.
Okay. Contending. When you say contending, please define that for the people.
Contending as in contending for, at least for the NFC East. Contending in this conference. I mean, we're looking like a juggernaut, juggling NFC East team that's trying to find their identity. Like, we're trying to find our true identity of what we are. Yeah, we don't really have. So far, what we realize what we have is a good confidence defense. You know, I can see the defense. You know, they're blazing. They're stout. They're smart. However, there's some key pieces that we're kind of lagging out as far as the defensive back. But we're doing all right in defense. Offense, we're seeing bright spots. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna say we have the worst offense in the league.
We do.
But we have some potential X factor players.
Right.
As far as, like, one of my favorites this year alone is Antonio Gibson out of Memphis. Like, I've been falling in love with him every game. People saying, like, yeah, he's not really a true running back. Well, look at the numbers and look what he's actually contributing.
Yeah, I have my iffiness on him, but I think it's only because of during training camp and everything, he was so hyped up. So I'm thinking week 1, your man gonna come in here, pop off 100 real quick. You know what I mean? That's what I expect. When you get hyped up and talked about like that so much by everybody, I'm expecting week 1, week 2, you come in that thing, you toting that rock, and you
I figured
heads,
the
right?
notable.
So,
I figured the notable transaction the team made probably cutting Geis and AP was like,
so that gives me even more. When you do that, that makes me think even more. You telling me this kid is the real deal.
Yeah.
So then when you got Peyton Barber, the MVP of the first game, and then you move on from him now because he's barely doing anything.
Yeah, but goal line.
And you go, exactly. And then now you got J.D. McKissick, which I like that pickup. He's serviceable. That's nice.
He's serviceable.
Yeah, he's serviceable. And then I didn't expect to wait until like week 4 for Gibson to have a game. I'm expecting him to be the RB1 from week 1.
Well, it's been flashes. I've been amazed. I'm not saying he perfect. I'm not saying he been having like A+ grade besides last game, but I'm happy that we have him, and I'm really thankful that we have a running back that's in our running back category.
Yeah, because the potential and the ceiling for him is definitely there. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But other than that, on this roster,
besides Terry McLaurin too.
Yeah, besides Terry, I on this offense, I hated the way I still do. But he's out now with the turf toe injury. I hated the way that we use Stevenson.
No.
That dude's a weapon.
Yeah.
He should not just be constantly only running motions back and forth all the game. I don't like that. That dude is a weapon. Put him in the slot. If you're gonna motion him, motion him to a slot on from one side to the other, have him go out, run a route, have him get deep. He's a weapon, dude. Yeah. So I didn't like that, but I feel as though they should have been getting him the ball more as well too, like splitting it between him and Terry, because those are the actual weapons.
I'm still trying to figure out what is Scott Turner.
What his offense actually is.
Yeah. What is he really optimizing the weapons as far as the receiving core? Like, right. What is he really trying to strategize? Like, you have so many like receivers on the depth chart. Like, as in right, you have to do Inman. I seen Cap Sims came in there playing a few snaps. It's like, man, what is like the consistent rotation? Exactly. Factoring.
Right, and then. The only like A+ thing I could give Scott Turner right now is the fact that in the past couple weeks he has been game planning to get Terry the ball more, which you can tell they're trying to force feed him, which I love, because Terry's that dude. He like, we all kind of saw it rookie season, but now he's going against Darius Slay, Humphreys from the Ravens, Patrick Peterson.
Denzel Ward. Right.
Exactly.
That's literally 4 all-pro corners.
This week he's going to get Jalen Ramsey. Oh, I know Jalen Ramsey.
That might be the biggest.
That's the top one on the list. Yeah.
But he already went through a slate of corners, and he already showed productivity.
Exactly.
Legit top 5 receiver in the league. The numbers show itself.
Yeah. He got yards. First of all, it's the routes. It's the yards that he gets, but it's mainly the yards after the catch.
What's your favorite trait of him?
My favorite? I think it's the route running. I didn't realize how important route running was until we went through that stuff with Josh Dawson and Paul Richardson.
It's the feet.
And who else did we come? Basically, all the receivers that Jay Gruden handpicked couldn't get separation.
Besides Crowder.
Oh yeah. Crowder.
It's the feet.
That dude.
It's the feet. You know what I'm saying? When you're like going through routes, you gotta just have great toes stepping in.
Yeah.
Because when you don't have great separation as far as with your feet, making sure that like you could create a good jump off, the cornerback is always just gonna imitate you, and you're gonna get the ball every time.
Yeah. So it's just like. The feet and the route running, I've taken more study into, and watching players do it, and watching some of the best actually do it, and that's a very important part that he's been learning, and that he's been doing a real good job of since he was a rookie. So the more he continues to progress and improve, that's awesome. But yeah, since we're talking about this roster. And how the offense is slacking in a way. I am one of those people who thought we can at least compete for the division. Only because the division around us is garbage. It's hot garbage.
It's putrid.
But I feel hurt because I wanted to do that with Dwayne. You feel me?
I feel that. I feel that 100%.
I didn't want, you know what I mean? I feel as though if we're going to try to go for the division, we should have been sticking with the guy that we started with to challenge him to see if he can step up to take control of the team and lead them to the division. When you just pull him like that, and then you put in Kyle Allen and then tell me we're in win now mode for the division, what am I supposed to think? Because before that, you told me we're rebuilding. Right. This is a year or two process. So I'm like, okay, cool. Before week 1, you tell me Dwayne is the guy. Now you're telling me Dwayne isn't the guy. So in my head, it's like, if we knew he was not, and you tell me that you thought about this for a long period of time, if we knew he was not the guy, why didn't we just start with Kyle Allen? If you're telling me Kyle Allen gives us the best chance to win, why we ain't start from that dude from the beginning? That's my whole problem. I feel like it's too much. There's no cohesion. between what's being told. It's one minute it's we're rebuilding, we're developing. Next it's, nah, we in win now mode, so scrap that, whatever. And then my other issue is, if we're in a win now mode, the quarterback position is not the only position on this team that, which we're talking about right now, so we're breaking down the roster. That should not be the only position on this team that should be evaluated that quickly in 4 weeks.
Right.
We talked about, well, Stevenson is out. We talked about how great Terry is, being the only wide receiver on the team, mainly.
Mm-hmm.
You signed Inman, but Inman is just he's contributed, but he's just a dude.
Right.
He's just a dude, really, to me, in my eyes. He's just a dude. He can be someone part of rotation.
Yeah.
Why aren't we trying to go? If you're telling me we're in win now mode for the division, go get me top talent.
I seen. Yeah.
Go get me, because it seems like AJ Green is. And I don't want that on something wild, but I'm just saying it seems like he's being phased out a little bit because the younger guys on the Bengals are stepping up, which is a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Go try and make a trade for AJ Green. Go tell me. I know people feel a way about AB, but
real side notion before you continue. I could see him getting shipped off by trade deadline.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He $18 million against the cap. It don't look like a long term is going to really get done the way that the young guys are stepping up. Nope. T. Higgins is his replacement. We knew that once he got drafted. Tyler Boyd has been balling with or without AJ Green.
John Ross is going to come back soon when he get healthy and things like that. Yeah.
So go trade for AJ Green. Go tell me we're going to go sign AB or make other changes around the roster that's also contributing to the loss. Don't just throw it all on Dwayne.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've watched some tape. I've seen him miss some throws. I know he has an accuracy issue from time to time. But like I said, man,
give us some help.
Go get some help. Go tell Troy Apke he needs to play better.
Right.
Go tell him he doesn't need to get beat deep no more.
Right.
Go. Who else?
Landon. You're getting paid so much.
Improve on Landon.
Missing miscues and things like that.
And I love Landon. That when we signed him and before we signed him, that was one of my guys. I just always been a fan of him.
Teron Christian on the line.
Exactly. O-line, mix it up because they getting beat. I mean, I can understand if they have good weeks, bad weeks, or whatever. But that's also due to the game planning because lately the game plan has been to get the ball out quicker because we know that we can't give Dwayne time.
Right.
Call better plays, run better plays. I've seen some film where we've had too many wide receivers on one side of the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, one side of the field, and then while they're running routes, it's not enough spacing. So it's easy for when everyone says Dwayne is staring down his receivers. If I have 3 receivers on one side, it's going to look like I'm staring them down because I got 3 different reads.
Exactly.
So if I'm turning my body this way, the defense is taught. If I'm going a certain direction, they're supposed to follow.
Exactly.
If I got 3 receivers on one side, I don't care if you're playing man or zone, 3 other defenders are going to be over here.
Right.
Then if I'm looking to that side, the rest of the defense is going to gravitate to that side. That's the basics of what they're taught. That's easy interception.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I think the Scott Turner offense is just isn't built or utilized to really help Dwayne right now. Especially with not having weapons and not having the talent just like Carolina had.
Right.
Like we're looking at from talent wise, from straight to bottom, from Carolina and watching even now, it's like, bro, like Carolina is blowing us by a mile, like millions of miles for talent.
And that's also my problem because it's like I see people on Twitter talking about, oh yeah, Kyle Allen, he's going to be the guy. He's going to be the guy. It's like, what has Kyle Allen shown you that tells you he's going to be the guy or that he's going to do any better with this roster? This roster is nothing compared to what he had last year in Carolina, and he still threw 16 picks with 17 touchdowns or something like that. He still finished with a losing record as a quarterback. He had DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel. CMC was doing all the work. He had a stout O-line. Then your defense was stout. You had Greg Olsen there too. It's like What you like?
Terry Bridgewater is actually looking like a nice QB out there.
Exactly.
You know?
So it's just like, what are y'all telling? Like, I'm just lost. And I feel as though this Sunday, Kyle Allen's going to play great, but I think it's mainly going to be because no one has tape on him. And I don't want that narrative to be thrown out there if he plays great and people be like, I told you Kyle Allen's the truth. I told you he was that dude. I'm be like,
LA defense? We about to
know. I ain't saying
I want us to win.
I want us to win, but I ain't saying he gonna ball, but I feel as though you know what happens.
Right.
It happened with Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
He was told he's a starter at the last second, and I forgot who they were playing that week, but they had no tape on him. Mm-hmm. So it's like, how do you stop a dude you have no tape on? You know what I'm saying? Right. Now I feel as though Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Sean McVay, the freaking genius, is going to stop us anyway. But still, I feel as though Kyle Allen's going to do some things. Some people are going to be like, I told you he was better. And I'm going to be like, wait till they get some tape on him. It's just done for.
Yeah.
But,
hey, man.
Yeah.
Everything is going to look aligned. If things are starting to correlate to what Rivera is expecting of from this offense, so be it. I don't know what to really expect no more for Rivera plans.
Yeah,
I mean, he's really rolling the dice. I mean, once he makes a decision, he go for it, and he doesn't even like hesitate. I'm just really skeptical as these moves that he's making, but maybe that's why he's probably one of the best coaches, or he had one of the best coaches' resume in his league.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's one of the reasons why we signed him. But man, Rivera, boy, you definitely turn some heads with this.
It's like when you got a girlfriend and you want to trust her, but then you still want to go through her phone, and then you like, I want to trust you, but like you throwing me off with some of the stuff that's going on. So I gotta get some reassurance. You know what I mean?
Hey, hey, bro, that's
I don't do that, by the way.
Yeah. Hopefully nobody that listens to this podcast. Hey, look, District Live Sports have definitely been doing a lot of stuff new lately. We've definitely been dropping the latest content as far as with videos, pictures, and everything else lately. Been trying to brand ourselves in a different way. We've been trying to make sure that we promote every DMV business that we could possibly find and help business grow just as much as District Live Sports wants to. So anybody who's out there listening, anybody who's out here watching while we're recording, making sure you give us a DM, call, whatever, and making sure that we can promote your business while we're doing our pods, while we're broadcasting. We're making sure that we get everything down. You already know our slogan. 1-800 no days off. We doing it every day, 25/8. Back again with the District Live Sports Podcast. We're on the best podcasters in the DMV. Talk about your latest sports, latest events, and anything related with the DMV included. Just wanted to get into the second segment. I've been really, really anxious.
I know you have.
Oh God!
I'm not looking really forward to this one, but
hey man, I've been pulling for you, bro.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to get my hopes up.
Just a little upset, man.
You making some sneaky moves.
I've been on a run for so long that I don't know how to handle this. Like every year, I've been on a run in mostly all of my leagues, and I just don't know how to handle how to go about this. So
look, our fans.
It's hard to really go about it like that.
Look. Our fans don't even know what we even talking about exactly right now at this second, but let's just go ahead and hop into this segment. Fantasy football. One of the most unpredictable and loving, hating, and exciting things.
Stressful,
resilient.
hella stressful.
It's a lot. Time consuming. I mean, it's life.
Is it? Yeah, it's a 20. In our league, is a 24/7 thing. But we got some sneaky people in there.
Oh my God!
They be up off the late night after Monday night games.
Hey, look! I'm keeping.
It blows me, bro, because I literally go to sleep because I'm tired. Then I wake up and then I'm like, well, dang it, could have made a move, but someone got him at 12:01.
Yeah, no, bro, I be missing sleep, trying to make sure everything is straight, but I'm about to get my money, bro. I just know that.
Yeah, it seemed like it. Tell them how you started.
Oh my god.
Tell them how you started. I'm gonna let you know.
All right, you know what? I'm pulling my phone up.
Go ahead. Tell them your roster. Tell them how you started. Tell them your points. Tell them what happened. What week did we play? It wasn't. Was it week 1 or was it
week 2?
It was week 2.
Yeah.
Tell them how you freaking treated me. And I'm supposed to be a good man, and you treated me terrible.
Oh my god. Are you gonna kick me out after this?
No, I'm gonna kick you out.
Oh man. Hey, just the last words. I just want to let y'all know we in the Langston family home. Anything I talk about this past matchup with me and home, if I go overboard and I get thrown out, y'all my witness. But look though, we played I think week 2.
You got week 2 because I got right in front of me.
And it wasn't good, but you know we actually
it was good for you. It was good for you.
It was good for me, but it wasn't so much for him. But the point is, I've been having a good fantasy. I've been really firm on my players.
You have been,
and
you have not. Have you really made any trades?
I have, but I've been.
How many did you make so far?
In total, I made about like 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah. I traded Cam away.
That's right.
I traded who did? I traded Jerry Judy away.
Okay.
And I traded Zach Ertz.
Okay.
But the trades, every time I make a trade, and just one of the pointers, you know, everybody who wants to go on the winning way from Hunchoz'd, that's one of my legit names you want to refer me by.
Tell them what you told me after you beat me.
Come on, bro. I can't even recall none of that. Now you just put me on the spot.
I remember exactly what you told me, and I'm gonna look at directly at this camera. You've been Hunchoz'd. What?
But I was feeling it. But
I gotta find the picture. Look. I'm gonna find a picture now. Go ahead, keep talking.
This is the last one. I just want to let you know, this guy right here is the reason why I'm in fantasy. He got me into fantasy. I was like, I don't know what this thing is. I always heard about it. I just never know what it is. And then it's like, you see it week by week, game by game. You see the PPR leagues. You're seeing times where a player might be good, might be bad, injured.
I'm so glad. Sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead,
but I'm
go ahead.
so glad that a lot of people have finally switched to PPR because standard, it's just boring. Standard is so boring.
What can you
Switching
do?
to PPR is the best. It's always been the best.
And it counts.
That was the first. When I started fantasy, that was the first. That was the first that I. Blah blah blah. That was the first system that I was introduced into by Steve. If you remember Steve.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So PPR is the best. I'm glad people are finally onto that now.
I mean, you got to. I mean, it counts and it helps because if you really think about it, before, I mean, just imagine like a running back. A running back who's probably averaging at least 80 yards a game on the ground and probably about maybe 30 to 50 yards catching, getting like maybe 5 or 6 catches and a couple touches, maybe about 1 touchdown. That, you might as well just hold, oh my God. You might as well, I'm going to just put that on the video.
You're mad.
Put that in the camera. You might as well put that in the camera, bro.
Hold on. Let me see how this conversation.
I'm going to edit that.
He said, that's what he said. LMAO, Dame, you've officially been Hunchoz'd. Let me show y'all this picture.
Oh.
Come on, bro. Oh, you lucky they can't really see it.
Oh my God.
You ain't gonna tell me I've been Hunchoz'd, so they're gonna send me that. Because the score was like 128 to 190, bruh. That joint was ridiculous. No, alright.
Hey, no, that's how.
Break
Look,
this joint down.
but look though, this is a lot of sports. That's how seriously I put into my fantasy.
Exactly.
I literally had players where I really thought like it wouldn't work out for me, and you just stay firm on them. You gotta really play your cards right, and you gotta stick with them. So sometimes you. Now it is a point where like previous episode, in episode 39, featuring my man Nick. Go check that out. He told me it could always be a point where on a team you can have too much talent at a certain position.
Yes, that is true.
Why I have a fantasy team where like say if like I had maybe more tight ends than usual, I had maybe a little but none at running back, and I had all the receivers. Or I had good receivers.
But certain people have their certain strategies, and I gotta be honest with you, and I gotta commend you.
You gotta share them because last year you was really far. You made it to the championship games.
But no, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you. I want to give you your credit because I gotta commend you.
Oh,
Rob does this 3 tight end thing, and because in this league we're in, you got 2 flexes and 1 tight end, of course. So Rob does this whole thing in the draft where he gets 3 top tight. I don't know how he does it. I guess he
don't even draft, bro.
I think
2 tight ends.
No, bro.
2 great tight ends and maybe 1 good back.
Exactly. So you do this 3 tight end system, and then you hold everybody else hostage trying to find a tight end. So then you make a good trade off of it. That's a good strategy.
Yeah.
So I gotta commend you for it because you did it last year and then you stuck with it again this year.
Last year I was just so hungry. But I was greedy. I was like, trade this, trade that, trade this, trade that. And it came to a point in time, I was like, bro, look at this roster. My roster literally sucks. Like, I'm literally trading players who I'm not even really expecting to really get good PPR, and then they're really not. Like, I think my best weapon I had to look from was Mike Evans, but it came from like a bunch of trades I did because I made so many trades where I lost my best players. Now, one of my great strategies, and this will help you save money just in last sports, because we're in a money league where we betting into this fantasy league. I'm actually keeping players that I drafted high, and I'm making a solid price to where if you're going to trade or propose an offer, you gotta give me a better offer. You have to match it. You know what I'm saying? People say I'm crazy. People say, oh, why you trade such and such for this player, and you get more than what you receive. No, I'm doing that because I'm getting what I'm trading for. Yeah. If I'm trading a high player, you gotta trade something high. That's it is. And then if you're not firm on it, it's like this in life. If you don't put your foot down, you don't stand on it, what you gonna be?
Exactly.
So it's like I put that into that perspective, and now I'm literally seeing it this week. Shout out to my man Steve. If he hear this pod, it might be my first L. He got me at the running backs and a couple flexes, so I gotta play my cards right. My Aaron Jones. Oh yeah. Shout out to you when Diesel, man. Look, when he gave me Aaron Jones, my fantasy just went up.
How did that happen? I gotta go back and look now.
I mean, I don't know if I could go back to that transaction all the way back.
Oh, you can find it.
Oh,
you can find it. It just takes a while.
Look, I gave him Ertz, and I gave him like Judy. And I think he gave me like Aaron Jones and some other player. At that point, I was like, dang, what, you didn't want Aaron Jones? And I'm giving you Ertz. I already had Kelsey. So
here we go. Yep, I found it. He gave you Ertz and Judy. No, I'm sorry. You gave him Ertz and Judy. And you got Greg Olsen and Aaron Jones.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That was solid.
Yeah, so it's like, and then I kind of regret cutting Greg Olsen. I know he's still got his good iron days and things like that, but going back, it's like I knew what I was getting. I already have good PPR at tight end. I have a consistent tight end at that point.
Yeah, because you still got Travis Kelce.
And I wanted somebody to complement Singletary. Singletary is a good PPR running back.
Exactly.
Realistically, he's just a solid running back into his league. He's not terrible or nothing. He's not bad, but he's not nobody that you will count for. Like over Aaron Jones, Singletary. That's come on now. Like you, Aaron Jones. So when I made Aaron Jones, that was probably the one best highlight trades of fantasy I ever made. And man, I've been in love ever since.
Let's break down your roster here.
Oh God, is this the Rob Parker / Hunchoz'd?
It is.
Oh
it
man,
is. You did a great job. I'm not gonna lie.
All right,
so
give it to him.
First of all, quarterback 1, Kyler Murray. Of course, we all know what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Running back that you trade for, Aaron Jones. That week that you played me, he put up 45 points.
Oh God.
That week that you played me, Kyler Murray, 33 points.
Oh God.
Devin Singletary.
He played the Washington team.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Devin Singletary.
He put up 9 points, but he's definitely solid because I've been seeing him put up other points.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got DeAndre Hopkins.
I had to get him with Kyler.
You had to. The double points. It never fails.
It never fails.
Then you got Calvin Ridley. That man's been balling.
I was surprised he was still on the board for so long, bro. Nobody just picked him. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get Calvin.
It was because it was just like, I know why I didn't pick him, but then again, maybe that's why I should have picked him because I'm thinking like Julio, he's gonna get the ball. I didn't think about Julio. People are going to double guard him, so really he's just gonna be open, running routes all crazy. That man runs some. I don't want to say they sloppy
Ain't that boy
routes.
from Alabama?
I don't want to say they sloppy routes because they look sloppy to me, but he gets open.
Yeah.
So they're clean routes. Unless he don't get open, then they're sloppy. But he gets open, so they're clean.
He got nice feet. That's why I like him.
I think, no. I won't say they sloppy. That's the wrong way to say it. His routes take a little bit of time to develop once he gets to the, you know what I mean?
One of the good parts about my roster that I'm really proud of, I really looked deep into this past draft, and it was like, bro, there's so much talent. Maybe one day we have one of these podcasts, we really gotta discuss about like the past few years draft class receivers. It's been the deepest.
Yeah.
Like it's like, how can you not get rookie receivers? Like,
exactly.
Bro, I didn't have to depend on no legit receivers. I know the class that was coming up with the rookies were going to be dog. Like, I had to get CD. There's no question. I had to get Jury.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
I know I didn't touch CD only because I didn't think about how he was going to be used in the offense.
Right.
I didn't know if he was going to be the 2. I didn't know if he was going to be in the slot. I didn't know how often they were going to use him in the
offense
slot.
for one.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't know how they were going to do that, but it works perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Then let's see here. What other highlights you got here? You had Cam. You said you traded him away. You got J.K. Dobbins.
I still have yet to start him.
That's okay. You will soon. I know you will. But that's just, that's just a little bit of breakdown of your roster.
That's just a theory. I'm proud. I'm so happy. I'm just hoping that I can get a nice taste of this award by the end of the season. I at least want to finish top 2. I just be number 1 because everybody who's in our group chat listening to this pod, man, y'all do know, Dame, this is the Hunchoz'd League. But everything else, as far as with fantasy, everybody who's doing fantasy, I wish the best of luck, especially if y'all doing bets. Let's go ahead and get into that too, by the way.
Sports betting?
Yeah, definitely.
So, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Voting is coming up. Make sure you register to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Presidential, all your local officials, all that stuff, right? If you are in a DV area, I'm pretty sure that you have seen signs everywhere that says vote yes for question number 2. I was a little thrown off. I kept seeing them, so I had to look it up. And I knew, because I've been doing my research for like over a year on sports betting and it being legalized in states. I knew that the vote for it was coming up, but I had no clue it was question number 2. So when I took a guess and I said, okay, well, I see these signs everywhere. That must be what it is. You go to the website of vote yes on question number 2 or something. I forgot the name of the website now. vote yes on question number 2 is the vote to legalize sports betting in the state of Maryland. That would include in-person, so like sports books, like they do have one down in DC now, or like they do in West Virginia. They have sports book places there. Also, when you vote yes on question number 2, not only does it legalize sports betting in the state of Maryland in person, but also on mobile apps, so you can just do it straight from your phone, which is the new craze,
right?
Because you got DraftKings, you got FanDuel,
yeah.
You got DraftKings. From what I've seen, DraftKings is the best.
Oh, I've seen it. I played it.
I've seen a lot of people with parlays that if they hit the parlay, they can cut it off at a certain time, still get a nice little payout. Some people like to gamble a little further. Me, if I hit a certain number, boy, I'm cutting it off. But not only does it legalize sports betting, but that money also goes to our educational system.
That's good.
And which is something that is definitely needed because we grew up in PG County.
Right.
We know how the schools are.
Definitely.
There's definitely a difference in between which county you live in, which area. First of all, there's a difference between different counties. Then there's a difference between which area of the county that you live in. And some of the equipment, some of the stuff just isn't the best. Some of the curriculum isn't the best. Our teachers definitely deserve to get paid more. And when I say teachers, I mean that from all levels, from high school to middle school to high school, middle school, elementary, and even to the teachers at daycare systems.
Right.
Because, I mean, if you think about it, they are raising the future.
Right.
I don't want to say raising because, that's other people's kids that they watch. But they're definitely, preparing. Right. They're teaching your 8 hours of the day. Well, technically, school is about 6 to 8 hours. But daycare is like 12 hours.
Right.
So let's just say 6 to 12 hours of the day. They're preparing your child for the future. Right. But you're preparing your child for life, teaching your child basic skills in life so they can progress, so they can carry it on and progress further. Right. They get paid too little if you think about the jobs that they do.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they put a lot of our heart, blood, sweat, and tears just to make sure our kids.
And then on top of that, the equipment that they are given, or the little amount of support of the equipment that they're given is too little.
Yeah, definitely.
You need a teacher shouldn't be coming up with creative ideas, but not getting support. So then they have to come out of their own pocket. Right. And that is something that when that starts to happen, it decreases the quality or the value of it, or it takes away the education that your child is given. Right. Because if a teacher can't come out of pocket for stuff constantly because of her salary to pay her own bills, then that just takes away from your child's learning experience. Yeah. And you don't want to see that. You want to see your child have quality top learning experience. All right. So if you vote yes on question number 2, and I'm going to change that. When you vote yes for question number 2,
district sports.
Think about your educational system for not only your child, but everyone's child. And for teachers that you may know, because there's a lot of people I know now that are teachers, and it throws me off because when you're in school, it's like this person I knew back then is a teacher now. Are you serious? Yeah. So it's support all teachers, support the educational system, support betting, because which we can talk about in another episode to try to teach people, because a lot of people, they don't understand the numbers.
They probably get scared because of the word bet.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. It's the risk factor, but as long as you understand the numbers that are given and the odds that are given, you can actually make it kind of like a second. You can make it like a self-income earning technically. Right. But yeah, I would say it's important to vote yes for question number 2. Also, sports betting, it gets you into sports a little different. So, let me explain this. So, it's kind of like with fantasy football. You draft players on your team, and they're not players of your favorite team.
Mm-hmm.
So then, when the game is on, you're rooting for that player.
Right.
And then you start to actually like. Now, some people take it too far, and then they just root for that player. Then they be like, "Oh my God, you suck! You couldn't get 2 yards. You couldn't give me 2 points." That's a little too far.
Mm-hmm.
I take it to the point of where instead of just only watching my favorite team,
mm-hmm.
I might watch a different team's game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might watch a Thursday night game because I have a player that's playing.
Exactly.
Then I start to root for that player, but then you start to learn about other players, other teams, their rosters,
mm-hmm.
and then you start to actually enjoy watching other games and other teams, and you get a little hooked on, oh, that quarterback is kind of nice. I'm kind of a fan of them now. And that's what it should really be about.
Yeah.
Just kind of expanding yourself.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely gave me some what ifs, and it gave me like one of those type of things where like players is like you start to grow on the teams,
exactly, yeah.
cultures and things like that. Everything, it just started to be a little bit of warmth.
And then that's also what sports betting can do to you if you do it healthy. If you don't do it in a healthy way, then please feel free to be honest with yourself and go seek some help, because there are some people that have addictions.
Wow.
Or that game. It's a serious topic. Some people get addictions.
I actually did a report on like gambling. You know, like that could really devastate somebody.
Exactly. That's why I said if it's something you do, you have to make sure you do it in a healthy way.
Mm-hmm.
Because addiction is very serious.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people could get themselves in some deep trouble. I know we've all seen movies where people be in Las Vegas and then they get picked up by the mob and all that stuff. I ain't saying that's real, but I'm pretty sure that's definitely real.
Right.
But yeah.
Not to say to get into sports betting and look like we get, but this is not don't support that. We don't condone that. But
yeah, I'm just saying if you're going to do it, do it in a healthy way.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to say. Just try and give people a precaution, like a heads up of if you do it, be mindful of certain stuff. You know what I mean? I don't want to cap for something in one direction.
No.
And then not tell people, well, wait, here's the possibilities of what can happen.
Right.
Possibilities, you can get rich, you can make money, all that stuff is cool. You support the educational system, cool. Downsides is sometimes some people get addicted, some people don't do it healthy. That's all I'm just trying to say, you know. I'm just trying to stay balanced. I ain't trying to be all like, oh yeah, it's good. Knowing damn well it can affect someone.
Oh, we're good. We definitely get the notion. We definitely understand the fact that sports betting is appropriate and it should be recommended to most people who's into sports and or who's not into sports.
It's a fun little
hobby.
Yeah. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about doing it healthy. If you can make it into a fun hobby.
Yeah. I'll probably do it if I got a little bit extra in the bank.
Yeah, and then that's the thing now. These days with the mobile apps that are out there, you can do like $1, you can do like $2, you can do $5, and it's not like they're telling you, oh yeah, you just got throwing 100, you just got throwing 50, and just roll with it. You know what I mean? You can manage how you go about it if you just manage it properly. Like you can put in $1 on a parlay, which I've been looking forward to trying to hit one, and from what I've seen, if you just hit certain stuff right, your parlay can multiply your dollar into. I've seen people make thousands
off of $1.
Yeah. Damn. But that's the thing, though. That's the thing. Some people get a little too attached to that.
Yeah. See, I'm not going to depend on that, right?
When you do that, it's like you said when you study for fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
When you do that, you have to study your team.
Yeah.
Make sure you know your numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And you're good from there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, the easiest way to do it is the money line. And I'll just explain that one quickly because that's the easiest way to do it. and we'll just have another episode another time. We'll get to talk about it.
Hey, we're gonna get to it.
The money line is the odds of which team wins.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the money line, you're just picking. Okay, so say like last night, Bears versus Tampa. You picked the money line on whichever team you think was going to win, and you set it at that. You just got to worry about who wins the game. There's the over and under, where... How to explain this? Last night, the people were saying the Patriots could win by 3.5 or something like that. So theirs would say under minus 3.5. Bears would say plus 3.5. So say if you go with Tampa Bay under 3.5, that means first of all they have to win the game, and if they win the game, they have to win it more than 3.5 points. So basically, they have to win it by 4 points.
Right.
If they don't, you just lose out completely.
Right.
Say you pick the Bears plus 3.5. Basically, that means the Bears can still lose that game. They can lose or win. If they win, you automatically, because they won, so you don't have to worry about point spread there.
Right.
If they lose, all they gotta do is lose by less than 4 points.
Right.
Less than 3.5 points. So, I'm confusing myself. Let me just get that. Alright, so say,
don't lose it, so.
Nah, I got it now. So say if the Bears lost.
Right.
Say if they lost 20-17. You add that plus 3.5, that would take them to 20.5. That means that they still won.
Oh, okay.
That means you still won.
Right.
But if it's 16-20 and you add that 3.5, they still lost because that would only put them at 19.5. So that's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
Money line is always easier. People like you do. Mainly, the best way to do the spreads is if you're real confident in a team. So, like, say last week, Ravens versus Washington, you would pick that spread because you knew daggone well they was gonna dominate us. So
right.
The spread was probably like 13.
And then people probably wonder.
It's settled now.
Really, that's a really great breakdown, really great analysis and statistics on how you fit all that together.
We do a tutorial video.
Oh,
That'd be nice.
we could do that. That's nothing.
Yeah.
This your Glass Sports, could dish out anything y'all desire, anything y'all personally want or want to learn about, man, come hit us up. You know what I'm saying? This is 1-800-NO-THIS OFF yet again. We here to give y'all knowledge, not here to make sure we tell y'all what y'all should know, but trying to emphasize on things you probably should know, on things at level of where it could benefit you moving forward.